All right, 7th graders. So this question is to help you with question 8 on CR Helper number 4. I actually don't think yours has the larger negative value, so mine might be actually a little, not tougher, but just a little more advanced than the one on your CR. So this says simplify 1.8 minus 2.08. Okay, so when we're subtracting and we have different signs here, when we're combining and we have different signs, this would be a positive 1.8. So this would be a positive 1.8, and we'd be moving to the left. You'd have to move to the left, subtracting 2.08. So hopefully you'd see we're going to end up somewhere over here on the negative side of the number line. All right, so when the signs are different here, when one of them's positive and the other one's negative, because you could rewrite this if you want, subtracting a positive is the same as adding a negative, if you need to do that, if you need to add the opposite. So now we have a positive 1.8, a negative 2.8. So when we're combining and those signs are different, what we do is we subtract and then take the sign of the larger absolute value. So we're going to subtract. So I'm actually going to, for my scrap work, put the larger number on top, 2.08. And I'm going to subtract off 1.8. It's really important when we're subtracting with decimals, we line up our place values. Our ones place needs to line up, our tenths, and then our hundredths. And a lot of times teachers just say, if you line up the decimal points when you're subtracting, you'll be all set. Also, I want to put a 0 placeholder here. Just so if this one goes out to the hundredths place, the other one goes out to the hundredths place. Okay, so this is just a reminder of subtracting decimals. So we do 8 minus 0 is 8. Then you say, can I take 8 from 0? Well, no, not if I'm subtracting positive decimals now. So I take 2, I make that 2 a 1, that 0 becomes a 10. So now 10 minus 8 is 2. Make sure you bring down that decimal point. 1 minus 1 is 0. All right, so if we're going to subtract those two decimals, 0.28 is the answer. However, which of these numbers would have the larger absolute value? Oh, 2 is larger than 1, so the final answer has to be negative. So this is my scrap work off to the side. But then if I have 1.8 and I'm going to move to the left, 2.08, I'm actually ending up on the negative side of 0. And how far? 28 hundredths to the left of 0. Okay, so this is a visual that we're moving to the left, so we're going to be just a little bit past 0. Hopefully that helps. I know these signed numbers, especially when we start dealing with decimals and fractions, can be a challenge, and just keep working at it. You'll get there. Even if you're not there yet, you will get there. Okay, so off to the side, and yours are, I think yours ends up being a positive. I think you already have the larger number being positive. But off to the side, you take larger minus the smaller, subtract off, and then you decide if your answer is positive or negative. I hope that helped. I know this is a complicated one. Just keep working at it. You'll get there.